Hello guys, I'm Paris, the options guy, and welcome back to my channel. And as you guys can see, markets making an inside candle, being completely consolidating over here in yesterday's range, right? So what can we expect tomorrow, right? Are we gonna expect a trending expiry, or are we again gonna see consolidation, right? So what you guys can do tomorrow is very simple. Tomorrow, if the market opens with a gap up, but like below 45,850, right? And just consolidates between 45,850 to 700 for some time, and once it consolidates over here and then it gives a breakout, then we can expect a easy momentum till 46,000, right? Because markets are at round numbers over here, we will need to take a little bit of care because things could get volatile pretty fast, right? Nifty is at 20,000 and Bank Nifty is also at 46,000, right? So definitely things will get volatile. So keep that in mind if you're taking a trade over here, right? At least for the upside. On the downside, we could see a very good a down move when if a scenario of selling gets made over here, then we can see a pretty good down move on the downside. But on the upside, things could get pretty volatile over here, right? But what we'll do is very simple, right? If you see the place from where the selling has started, right? Like 45,850 to 800, market should wait for some time between this place, right? If the markets go ahead and touch 45,800 and then we again see a selling, that means the sellers are active at this zone, right? And the markets are still not ready for a breakout, right? And then we could maybe again see markets coming back to 45,300 or 45,200, all these levels on the downside, right? So markets tomorrow should go ahead and consolidate. Even like if the markets consolidate over here for an hour or two and then go ahead and break out, that's fine, right? But there should be a little bit of consolidation and then the market should go ahead and break out. Then we can keep a target of 45,950 to 46,000 on the upside. That should be our only target because 46,000 is close. We may again see a lot of volatility, and that's why you guys can that's where losses can happen, right? So again, if we break out in the second half, right, what you can do is very simple. You can go ahead and buy a 45,900 call, since options will be very cheap because we are in a very low VIX environment, right? So options will be very cheap, and that is where you can get very good risk to reward ratio. Probably your option can also double or triple in this up move over here, right? So again, as I said, we'll wait for the markets to consolidate over here for an hour or two. It will be best if the markets go ahead and consolidate for the whole day between like 45,800 to maybe 45,600 or 500 and then break out in the second half. That will be the best scenario if you want to buy an option, right? Again, if you open with a gap up and sustain over here itself, then what you can do is go ahead and sell 45,600 put option or 45,500 put option, depending on what type of risk you want to take, right? Because maybe markets, when they might consolidate, 45,600 might be way more volatile than 45,500 put option, right? So you can kind of go ahead and decide to short any of those two options. Even 45,400 is a good option, but the problem is that you won't get a lot of premium, right? So 45,500 to 600 is like kind of an ideal strike price to choose at this point, right? But again, if we consolidate over here, what you can do is once we start breaking out from here, you can shift your put option to 45,700 or 45,800 also, but do not wait for the option to go to zero, right? Because once we touch 46,000 or get near this zone or on in the upside, we could see volatility very fast and maybe the markets might again come down from there, right? So do not wait for the option to go to zero. Once we get to this zone, you can go ahead and square off your positions, or maybe just hold less quantity, right? Do not hold full quantity over here. Keep booking profits in this zone, right? Because again, we could expect a little bit of like we haven't expected a very not expected, but we haven't seen a very big deep correction, right? So there are good chances that markets can correct after touching these, all time after, I mean, markets are at all time high, right? So they can see a deep correction after touching these round numbers over here, right? So always, I mean, again, it depends on price action, right? We cannot say that okay, once 46,000 comes, there will be a correction. But again, there are chances, and sometimes a lot of momentum happens, right? We may again see a big candle like this tomorrow also, right? I mean, chances are, but let's see what happens afterwards, right? Maybe the sellers might not be active at 46,000. Maybe the sellers might be active at 46,500 or 47,000, right? Again, talking about Nifty over there, Nifty, if you see, was very volatile, but same thing as Bank Nifty, filled the gap, then took support near that area, and then pretty much recovered for the recovered throughout the day, right? So what you can do in Nifty is very simple. Tomorrow, once we go ahead and say open flat over here and start crossing 19,850, you guys can go ahead and start making positions. Keep your target at 19,900 only, because again, 19,900 is a round number over here, right? So if you see very good selling coming in, so like something like this, right? If you see big red candles being made near 19,900, just square off your positions. But an ideal target would be 19,900, where you would book your profits. Your second target will be 19,950. Do not hold more than that, because 20,000 is near. So we could see a lot of volatility in the markets at that point, right? Again, we should not open the gap down near 19,760, right? And Bank Nifty should not open the gap down below or at 45,500, because if we do that, and like if we sustain over here, right? If we open the gap down, we'll wait for the first 15 minutes. We'll see, are the buyers coming over here, right? If we are opening with a gap down, are the buyers, kind of willing to take, like willing to make new positions and take the market up again? If that does not happen, that means we could see again a correction till like at least 45,200 levels, right? Because 45,200 will now act as a support over here. Previously it was a resistance, and now it will act as a support again, right? So once we get a 15-minute, we'll wait for the first 15-minute closing. Once the low of the 15-minute is broken, then you can go ahead and short the market till 45,200. Your first target will be our 45,350, and then you can short at 45,200. But until unless we get a confirmation that it's a selling market, we will not go with full quantity in selling as of now, right? Because maybe the markets might come down till 45,000, maybe 350 or 400, all these levels, right? And then again reverse fully from there, right? So do not go full quantity as of now in selling. Once we get a confirmation that okay, the trend has changed, then we'll go in full quantity in selling. As of now, we'll only focus on buying. We'll only focus in buying in full quantity, right? Again, if we open the gap down, same thing. We'll wait for the first 15 minutes and see what the markets are doing, right? If there is no like a if there is follow-up selling right after a gap down, then you can go ahead and start adding positions in Nifty also. Your first target will be 19,690 to 680, and your second target will also be 19,600, because from a Nifty doesn't really has a lot of like support, at least until like 600 to like 650 zone over here, right? So yeah, we can expect a good correction in Nifty and Bank Nifty if we open with a gap down and sustain it, right? So yeah guys, that was it for today, and thank you for watching till the end. Tomorrow could be very well a trending expiry, just that markets will need to wait for some time over here before breaking out, right? Because again, if we do if we directly go ahead and break out after a gap up, then something like this will happen, right? When Nifty was showing a breakout over here and it failed, right? Because we did not wait over here for some time. We opened with a gap up and just started going up and up and up, right? So that should not happen. If we wait over here, if we wait below this range in Nifty and Bank Nifty, right, then things could very well be in the favor of the bulls, and we can see a good trending expiry, at least until like round numbers of 46,000 and 19,950, 900, all these levels, right? So I do make sure to always keep your risk to reward in control. That's the most important part. Never ever ignore your risk to reward for a very good trade, right? If you're not getting a good risk to reward, just go ahead and square off that trade, or just do not take a trade, right? Do not force yourself to take a trade. There will always be many trades every day being made in the market, so you have many more opportunities to catch, right? So yeah, that was it for today, and thank you for watching till the end. I'll see you tomorrow in another video. Bye bye.